What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back to talk more Real Housewives of Potomac. Miss Monique Samuels, honey, has did a live, and she talks about the fight and where she and Candiace are at right now. So let's check out, honey, what Miss Monique Samuels has to say for herself, honey, okay?
Let's get these questions going. The first question, did the fight solve your problems? Absolutely not. It actually made things worse. Now, I have a huge problem on my hand, which is this altercation, moving forward, trying to get over it, accept the responsibility. So for the rest of the season, you'll definitely see me going through this whole journey of just trying to figure it all out, put all the pieces together, work on myself, and then you'll see a lot of growth. So you're going to see my whole journey. I kept it all.
I hope so, Monique. I hope you didn't got your shit together, honey, because last week, honey, you didn't have no remorse, honey, okay?
All the way real with everybody about what I felt. Yes, absolutely. He was disappointed that his wife was out here in these streets fighting people. But he got over it real quick, and he, of course, supports me. So it was just about, what do we do now?
She lying. She talking about Chris got over that quick. No, he didn't. He already had to pay for the, what's that car accident you got your ass involved in? He had to pay for that. Now he got to pay for you acting a fool on TV, ruining his reputation, honey. Okay. He the one with the real image to protect. Okay. So Monique need to get herself together, honey. Okay.
How do we move forward? And we did what we had to do to move forward. So when I say wait until reunion, that's when I'm able to finally put all of the pieces together for all of the viewers who have been watching, who don't understand why this invitation with Charisse meant so much to me. So I'm going to tell you all about it then. I do love and appreciate when y'all ask me how my day was. Thank you. It was great. I actually did a pre-taping of Watch What Happens Live. That's why I'm all glammed up right now. So yeah, my day was really fun. It was actually a good day. Thank you. So I did not know until I actually watched the whole altercation on video that someone else pushed me. I thought that was Candiace when she reached across. So
look at that. You don't even know who pushed you. Now, they're saying it was Giselle that pushed her, you guys. I need you guys to get down in my comments. I forgot who pushed who. I just know Monique was just all wrong for what she did to Candiace. And I'm thinking if anybody pushed Monique, did they mean it with malicious intent? Or were they simply trying to hold her back and she took it as a push? You all get down in the comments and let me know.
I don't know if that was Giselle or Robin, but that was definitely a push on my shoulder, and that definitely escalated it. Absolutely right. I had a lot of issues.
That didn't really escalate it. You already had in your mind you was there to attack that girl. Period. I don't think it was just a push. Once y'all got into the conversation of, you want me to drag you? Well, drag me. And then that's what did no damn push, reflect your damn intentions on what you was gonna do that day. I need you to quit lying, Monique. Okay? Quit lying, sis. All right? You came there to fight that girl. All throughout the season, the girl was apologizing. You didn't want to hear it. You wanted to fight and attack her. I can deal with you if you go speak the truth, okay?
With a lot of people and put them in tiny boxes, and it did not end well for me and others. So I have learned since to really deal with any issues I have with people head on. So it's been growth. Oh, someone said, who does your makeup? Me. So I have owned my behavior. My behavior was very inappropriate. I'm not going to beat myself up about it, though. I'm going to actually do what I need to do to get better, to learn, to grow, and that's what I've done. So I'm not going to sit here and keep crying rivers.
I hope you guys, she has really, taken accountability for her behavior. I really hope so. Or Monique, it doesn't look good for you. I hope throughout the season we see some change and we see some growth. Or maybe you don't need to come back. That's just how I see it, you guys. So hopefully, she can admit, that she was wrong and she's going to work harder on controlling herself because she was just out of control.
It's the cash trip because number one, I did not want to go. And number two, I wanted to do work on myself, real work. This is like real life, not worrying about cameras and filming. I really wanted to figure out what triggered me and solve the issue so it never happens again. No, I have not even spoken to Candiace since the fight. She's been doing a lot of talking over the past few months. She's been saying a lot of really nasty things about me. So at this point, I really don't have any desire to...
Really quickly, why would she say anything nice about you with the way you just out and attacked her? Okay? Like, you was pulling her hair, you came back for a second time to beat her ass. Bitch, I wouldn't have nothing positive to say about your ass either. So, girl, make it make sense.
Speak to her. If I could go back and turn back the hands of time, trust me, I would have walked away as soon as they started asking about how our relationship was, because they all knew that our relationship wasn't in a good place. So I would have walked away then. The great thing that I've learned about truly dealing with issues and criticizing yourself and going through that whole motion is that is self-care. So last night I was fine because I've gone through it all. I've been through it. I've grown. I'm different now. The entire paid for by Monique situation is just annoying. I don't pay bloggers. I don't pay fan pages. That's ridiculous for people to think that I can't have people who truly support me and show love. To think that I have to pay for that is ridiculous. Now, if you would have asked me that last year, oh my goodness, it was just a very difficult time. You know, we don't always have the ability to press rewind and watch an incident. We have to go off of our memory. And I had to go through periods of just feeling completely confused. Trying to really recall everything is not easy. So the viewers now, you all have the ability to just like watch it over and over and dissect. We didn't have that. We had to live through it, you know? And through living through it, I was able to really learn about myself, which you'll see as you watch more episodes. And I've grown so much since. So while I hate that all of this happened, the person who I am today because of it is a totally new person who knows how to truly deal with issues and not let things drag out, like literally. So I'm in a much better place, and I just hope to have even more closure when the reunion comes. I definitely feel where you're coming from. I feel your pain. It wasn't a very nice thing to say. People who have never experienced living in an impoverished area should not speak on anything ghetto.
I think she's talking about when Candiace said, you know, she ain't nothing but a hood rat. But Monique, once again, you can't punish Candiace for everything she says. And then you sitting up here talking about you've changed and you see everything differently. You have to allow that woman to have her feelings. And unfortunately, when you act like that, that's what you go get called. You go get called ghetto. Now, is fighting synonymous with just being ghetto? No, because you got people that don't live in the ghetto, that don't act ghetto, they fight. So, do you see what I'm saying? But Candiace is allowed to have an opinion on how she sees you. Remember, you see her as a little girl. So, how you feel about her and how you look at her, that's right. But what she has to say about you is wrong. And then, you know, like I said, you basically whooped her ass and you expect her to talk kindly about you or have good things to say about you. That don't make no sense to me.
I just want to thank everybody who has been so supportive, showing so much love, even the ones who are like holding my feet to the fire. I see you, I hear you, I love you, I thank you. And I thank y'all for checking me because that's what real people should do. And you'll see the growth, trust me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It has been a road. And anytime you have to sit back and criticize yourself, that is a difficult thing to do. But I'm grateful that I've gone through it. I'm aware of myself. I know what my triggers are. I know how to move better. I'm sort of hoping you can clear something up.
Okay, guys, we have some more with Monique. I guess I told y'all, this girl been doing her rounds, honey. She had like another interview that she did. What you hear right now is a live, but we're about to hear, you know, what she has to say with this interview. And then we also will be hearing from Ashley. She's going to be defending Sharice. And then we're also going to see what Sharice has to say about, you know, this whole debacle, honey. Okay?
There's
something up because, we're 8 episodes into Potomac, and you and Candiace have had sort of your ups and downs in your friendship for sure. And there's a lot more downs that we've been seeing this season compared to last season or in the previous seasons. And, there's a number of underlying issues there. It just seems sometimes that you guys don't get along personally, but Giselle mentions that the reason you and Candiace aren't friends has everything to do with Charisse. Is that true?
It's not that it has everything to do with Charisse. It's what Charisse represented, and it's a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff that was going on. Candiace was well aware. I had an ex-friend that started these vicious lies and rumors about me. She went to Candiace first. Candiace spoke with her for 2 hours. She asked Candiace for Charisse's phone number, and Candiace connected the two of them. So the fact that Candiace tried to act as if she did not know of my issues with Charisse and how severe they were, it really disappointed me. I expected that from other people, but I did not expect that from Candiace. So when I saw that she invited her and didn't give me a heads up, that's when I was like, wow, I felt like I was on her radar to be attacked the same way she attacked with Ashley last year. I'm like,
my thing is this. Why does Monique expect so much loyalty out of Candiace? Now, I get it, you guys, at the reunion, they had made up and said they would do better by each other. But Monique, you were the one sabotaging that friendship, okay? You sabotaged that friendship when you read Candiace's messages to Ashley. That's where you messed up at. You got to reading what Candiace said. This is behind her back. And the Green Eye Bandits, Giselle and Robin, had to tell Candiace. Candiace was all shocked and hurt. So you did that. Okay, this is season 4. Season 3, I played y'all the clips. Come on now. We didn't all heard how this girl threw Candiace under the bus in front of all the women, then tried to lie about it, then tried to admit to it. So you didn't probably threw that girl under the bus 2 to 3 times, and then the one time she do something to you, you don't know where it's coming from. Well, we agreed to be cool and da-da-da-da-da. Well, the best revenge, bitch, is the revenge that you don't see coming. So, I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand her logic. Why do you expect loyalty and you haven't been loyal? Okay, she got to find out shit from other people that you done did or that you done said. You've even did, like I said, phony shit in her face. So she probably cool with you, but she ain't gonna be all that loyal to you. Only a damn fool would do that. You still had no business being so upset with her, the way that you was, but like I've been telling y'all, like everybody has been saying in their reviews, she ain't gonna come for Giselle, because Giselle is what? The lead of the show, right? She not gonna come for Robin, because Robin go rag-a-tag that ass, okay? Robin will get with her ass. Charisse will probably beat her ass. Charisse is old school, and she's bigger than her. She'll probably beat and slammed her ass into the ground. Candiace was the easiest target. She wanted Candiace. Candiace is smaller than her, shorter than her. She was the perfect target. Period. I don't care what nobody say. But you can't expect loyalty when you're not loyal. That's my point. Period.
I'm like, dang, wow. Because you know exactly what that means. And you know exactly how me and Charisse have not interacted. And you know what she's been a part of, because you're the one who initiated the conversation between the ex-friend and Charisse. Right.
So why were you in a picture, if you hate Charisse so much, why were you in a picture standing next to her at a baby shower? Wouldn't you have been on the other side? Or wouldn't you have been like, you know what, you can invite whoever you want to your baby shower, but I'm so disgusted, I'm not coming. Right? That's how you handle that. You don't continue to be around the person and smile and then, get mad when Candiace invite the person. Her responses, you guys, to some of these questions, it's not making no sense.
More so of those things that bothered me. And in that moment, I felt, wow, Candiace is not my friend.
it's a trust issue, really, at the end of the day. You can't trust to, like,
she can't trust your ass either, like I said. So, girl, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
I don't feel like she has your back at the end of the day. Everyone else.
You didn't have her back.
You. And, speaking of the information that Candiace sort of brought to Giselle about Ashley, I'm just a little confused as to what went down, at the lake house, if you will, because if Ashley was accepting of the way that Candiace approached her with this information, which I think was actually a pretty adult way to bring it out, even bringing Giselle into it, and she felt like it was very genuine, why did you still think that Candiace was being messy with everything?
Because this is the second time that Candiace has gone in on someone else's marriage instead of minding her own. And mind you...
And whatever she does with Ashley's marriage is between her and Ashley. Period. You have nothing to do with that. This is what I'm saying when a person is a bully. They feel like they can control you. They can get you to think a certain way. No. If she want to come for Ashley's marriage, that's on her. That's between her and Ashley. Let them duke it out. You don't need to, try to control that or, well, you shouldn't come for nobody's marriage and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't say that. And do y'all remember last season where Michael was accused of touching somebody's ass or whatever, one of the cameramans? Monique was gossiping about Ashley to Candiace, telling her all of this is Ashley's karma. But then was smiling all up in Ashley's face. Make it make sense.
I wasn't privy to the conversation. I didn't know about what was said or how it was presented until I watched the episode as well. So I'm going into this conversation with blinders on. And the issue I had is it's more personal because I've been attacked as well in my marriage. I've had people say things that were nasty about my marriage as well. And we all witnessed what she went through last year, she meaning Ashley, when she went through everything last year with her marriage. So my whole thing was, why even introduce this again? Haven't you been down this road? So whether you brought it in a peaceful way or an aggressive way, to me, you're still bringing it to camera. So that was like my issue. I was just like, certain things should be off limits. We can have fun. We can throw shade and have our fun shade moments and have our own drama. But at the point where you start involving marriage and family and children, that's when it gets nasty and vicious.
Well, the curious thing about this season is that, you filmed it over a year ago, right? So obviously a lot of stuff has really brought down because it was pushed from airing in May to airing in August. So some time has passed, which I understand. Fans on Twitter sort of felt like you were being slightly controlling maybe of the situation at the time. And watching back now, having maybe a year's space to think about it, do you see where the feelings could have been misconstrued in that?
Absolutely. One thing I will point out is that when the whole conversation began in the kitchen, I wasn't intending to bring up anything that morning. Karen initiated the conversation because she had an issue with Giselle holding these sidebars. And I had that issue as well, and I wasn't going to speak on it. But when Karen brought it up, I was like, well, yeah. So what the fans are missing is that when I initially started speaking about what I felt about how they carried the situation with the fire pit the night before, all of my energy was directed at Giselle's actions. It wasn't until Ashley came in and then said, well, no, actually it wasn't Giselle. It was Candiace, and she wanted to speak with me along with Giselle. So she initiated this whole moment. We sat outside for an hour. There were conversations and subject matters that I wanted to deal with at the fire pit. I wanted to have like a let it burn session. And we weren't able to do that. We just had s'mores. And then by the time they came out, it was like, all right, well, it's getting late. Let's go head back in. So some of the things that I had planned out didn't go down. And I was quite...
Why were you mad about that? Because Candiace and Giselle had to tell Ashley what was going on with Michael. That was more important. Once again, you're not perfect, Patty. You're controlling Patty. You can't control everybody and have them do everything you want them to do when you want them to do it.
Bothered by that. Do I have controlling issues? Absolutely. I have been very open about that. All of us have our little quirks and different tendencies, and being a perfectionist and a control freak is definitely one and two of them. That's something that I've been working on for years. So I was not trying to be controlling. I was more so looking for the respect for the event that I had planned, T'Challa.
Chala messing with the stuff, because that's very funny.
Her and that damn bird.
Back of my ring light.
He wants to be in front of the camera, Monique.
He does. He is really pressed today, and he really wants my shirt. So I'm gonna just let him have at it. But yeah, so more so for me, there were a lot of things going on. There was the disrespect. There was the lack of consideration. Because every time I go on any trips with the ladies, I show up and I do what I'm told. No one ever complains about me missing out on any of the activities because I'm there, I'm prompt, and I'm respectful. When we were in France, I remember when I had the whole essential oils walkthrough, which the ladies said they wanted to get to know more about me and what I was into, so I planned this tour, and Robin and Giselle didn't show up. There were times where...
And I remember that. And is that the trip, you guys, where she actually gave them a nice room and they showed their ass? Y'all get down in the comments and let me know. I'm thinking that was the same trip.
Many of the activities were messed up because of the ladies not being prompt and on time. So I really felt every time when I'm trying to put forth some effort to make the group happy, it was just like, oh, whatever. It's not.
Well, then you got to stop doing that then. You got to stop then. If you're not getting your expectations met, then just stop doing that. And then they'll get the point. Period. And I think you should also stop looking for validation through people that don't like you, Giselle and Robin. Specifically though, Giselle, I don't think Robin is as jealous of Monique as Giselle is. I don't think that. I think she may be a little jealous about the money, but it's not nasty and overt the way Giselle is, right? So you got to stop trying to include them in things. Maybe you may take Karen and Ashley to go do something special because them your girls. Do it like that. Quit with the whole cast and I want everybody's attention. No, everybody ain't gonna give you their attention. Period. And you know that.
It's not a big deal. Don't sweat it. And I was just like, don't try to minimize what I feel about something, whether you think it's big or small. But did I overreact in a moment because of other things that I had on my mind as it pertained to my relationship with Candiace and some unresolved issues with her? Absolutely. So all of that energy that I put into, going at her, even in the moment where she was apologizing and I couldn't even hear it, at that point, I should have just let it go and realized, wait, this isn't the fight. This isn't the issue right here, for real. So I also think, it is what it is.
Candiace was kind of getting on you a little bit for maybe pretending to be asleep when she was saying goodbye. I'm using air quotes here just to say her argument about you pretending to be asleep when she was kind of saying goodbye. But earlier in the episode, we see her not come down to sort of sing you a happy birthday. So at the end of the day, isn't that argument kind of moot? Because
No. Didn't Monique and Candiace, they had just got into it right before they sung happy birthday to her. So, bitch, if we get into it, fuck your birthday, fuck you, fuck the horse you done came in here on, fuck your mammy and your father that created your ass, fuck all of y'all. I would have stayed upstairs too. Matter of fact, I would have just left knowing me. But Candiace played it cute and waited for them to sing happy birthday to you. And then she, came on down the stairs and said, no, I'm right here because you got the saying, oh, well, she's upstairs packing. Y'all remember when Chris was like, where's my wife or whatever? She upstairs packing because we got into it. She felt satisfied. And then Candiace said, nope, I'm right here. How you doing?
Even if you weren't pretending, I mean, she should kind of understand that it was probably just easier for you to be asleep than not to have to face that awkward encounter, right? I mean, she missed out on your birthday celebration.
Honestly, you have never seen me in all the years I've been on this show back down to any type of confrontation. If it's in I don't back away or shy away from people. So I had no problem saying bye to Candiace. I simply fell asleep. You saw in the episode where I took that big, deep yawn.
Yeah, I was just like, what's going on? Yeah, you're like, I'm tired. Yeah.
I was exhausted. After dealing with, y'all saw it, dealing with them ladies all weekend. I'm up early and then going to bed late being superhost. I was at the wit's end at that moment. And I didn't even realize I fell asleep until the cameras were packing up. And I'm just like, oh shoot, wait.
I call bullshit, but moving along. I believe, she didn't want to say nothing. period. But I don't really care about that part.
Everybody's gone, so it wasn't just Candiace that didn't get a goodbye. I didn't say bye to Robin either. It was a few people that left, and I didn't get to say bye, but they only focused on Candiace because she's the only one that made a big deal about it. Also,
Girl, shut up.
so as I'm watching the episodes, all she did the entire time was complain and say little backhanded comments about me the entire time.
If you was pissing her off, why wouldn't she say those things? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you were being an asshole, Monique, to her the whole weekend. The whole weekend, arguing with that girl, picking at her. You didn't do that with nobody else.
I had no issues with her being in my house at that moment. I invited her, and I wanted it to be a friendly gathering, and that was my intention. I had no idea that she had so much to say behind the scenes. She never said it to me, so I thought we were all having a great time.
Well, speaking of having a good time, we talk a lot about Candiace and Giselle being a bit messy and certainly very gossipy, but Robin is right up there with the messiness, I gotta say, especially this season. How does she get away with it, spreading gossip just like Giselle does?
Because Monique is scared of Robin. I don't care what nobody say. People know who to pick with, you guys. We all know that.
Now catching any of the heat. She does it with like a little bit of a wink, How does she get away with it?
Because just like Giselle, they only spread it in their confessionals. They never say it to your face. So you have no opportunity to confront any of it until the reunion.
So I'm getting a lot of messages.
So now that's cut off, you guys. That interview is done. Now we got Ashley and her scamming ass.
About the picture I posted with my friend Charisse and my friendships with Monique and Charisse. Let me set this record straight here and now, okay? First and foremost, Charisse and I, while a little bit of a bumpy start, we became really close within the same year that we met each other. Charisse has always been really supportive of me. She reaches out. She's kind. Monique and I also had a bump in our friendship, but I love her too. She's very supportive. She's kind. She's there for me, and I'm there for her. I love both of these ladies. Neither of them has talked badly about each other to me, okay? Now, when that incident went down, that was said that Charisse was fueling a fire, I have to tell you, Charisse never brought that to my attention. The person who brought that to my attention was Monique's horrible friend. So, I don't think it's right that everyone is saying these horrible things about Charisse when they're not true, okay? Charisse, and I don't feel comfortable with anyone's name being dragged through the mud. I don't like Monique's name being dragged. I don't like Charisse's name being dragged through the mud, okay? It's just not right. Now, obviously, we all have a share of disagreements, and I've had disagreements with the ladies. They've had disagreements with each other, X, Y, and Z. But to continue to just bash someone, it's uncalled for. It's not necessary. The person who is at fault for starting a disgusting rumor about Monique is her friend. She is a troll. As I called her the first time, you guys didn't see it. That footage didn't air, but she's a troll, and I told her to go back under the bridge she came from. I meant it then, and I mean it now. So, please, don't bashing Charisse. She doesn't deserve it. She's a kind lady. She has great friends. She is a great friend. Even though she and Monique have had disagreements, it's not necessary to keep dragging her name. Okay? Love y'all.
Shouldn't you tell Monique that? See, this is my issue with Ashley. You sitting up here telling the people this. This is a live that Ashley did. Ashley, you need to tell Monique that, because she's the one dragging Charisse.
As we're gearing up for the Real Housewives of Potomac tonight at 9 p.m., I know that this is a television show and that this is all of our lives that we put on display and our social interactions that we have with each other. But I encourage you to please remember that we are humans, okay?
Girl, bye. Your scamming ass is coming up with agreements for Michael to sign so he could keep cheating on you and you could keep getting your coins, okay? So don't try to act like you have all this integrity and all this class about yourself. Don't do it, Ashley. Because I know the scammer that I see on that show, okay?
We have ups and downs just like you. The only difference is ours is on television. So while you have your opinions, remember that we are people. And before you go before you go bashing and being hateful on our social media, take a step back. And if you really have an opinion you want to share, text your friends or go to a blog or something like that. We are people. We exist for your
Now her ass got some morals and values. Somebody with morals and values wouldn't be dating a old ass man knowing damn well they don't really want the marriage. They're just there for the money. See, you can't contradict yourself like that, sweetie, and expect the viewing audience to take you seriously. On that show, I could tell Candiace is really with Chris because she loves him. It ain't just about the money. Okay? I could tell that much. We know Robin must love wine because he ain't got no damn money. She done gave it to the friend and he done ran off with it. They done made it back. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, you could tell it has to be more than, about money. Okay? But this one right here, you're saying something real, but you're not real. I can't get with the logic. I can't get with it, you guys.
entertainment on this show, but we're real people. Keep that in mind.
Talk to me a little bit about how you and Candiace...
Okay, so now we're moving on along to Sharice, because Sharice been out in these streets, honey. I hope we see more Sharice on the show. Put down in my comments, you guys, if you would like for Sharice to come back. I do want Sharice to come back, because I want to know exactly what she has on Monique. I feel like she has some other stuff to say. Remember, they had unfinished business, I believe, at the season 4 reunion. And I would love to get Honey to the bottom of that. Was it that season 4 or season 3? I forgot, but I need more of them.
Just know each other.
Well, Candiace and I, we know each other just like everyone else knows Candiace. She was casted on a show, and I met her filming.
Okay. So did you realize that you were going to be a hot topic of conversation during this episode?
I did not. I had no idea. I had no idea at all. It was just like, I knew when we were filming, it was being said that I was talking, she didn't want to film with me. She didn't want to be around me because I was saying things about her family. At first, we didn't know what I was saying. Then, presumably, I was saying stuff about her family. But that didn't come out until after filming. Okay. So, like, a lot of the things that you're seeing, the confessionals, they're being filmed, like, way after. Like, that was like a year ago when we filmed that. But the confessionals, a lot of confessionals were, like, filmed, like, in March. So, in March, I guess she realized why, what I'm saying about her. Because I actually haven't said anything about her.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Okay, so... what exactly then happened between you and Monique? Because I feel like when we watched the episode, it's not really explained. So that's why, like, I walked away and I was like, well, wait a minute. What did I miss?
You're missing the same pages that I'm missing, because there was a little thing where the ladies were saying that I was saying that she was using me for my resources and contacts and all that. I've never said that.
You did say that, Sharice.
And like any other person who is a friend, or not even a friend, someone that moves to the area, you want to introduce them to everyone that's in the area. I didn't do anything different with her than I would have done with anyone else. But some of the ladies took it as, oh, she's using her. Because, quite frankly, I was the only one that liked her. No one else did. So.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So, do you... also, Ashley Darby...
I don't think that that's true. Giselle is the main one that didn't like Monique. Robin didn't have an issue with her, at least when she's not up Giselle's ass. She don't have an issue. Ashley liked Monique. Several of them. Karen liked Monique. So, Sharice, come on now. Tell the truth.
Shout out to her. I just saw her comment.
Hey, Ashley.
She said, Baby Dean is saying hello. I had a great chat with Ashley last night. Love her, love her, love her.
I do too.
She's the best. So what do you think about Monique saying that Chris wants to yell at you on last night's episode? How did that make you feel?
It's a little different.
first of all, I'm never going to get into a argument or anything with Chris. I don't argue with men. I think that men, like, this is a show with a cast of ladies. Let the ladies do their thing. You know what I'm saying? I personally think that it was inappropriate for him to, you know, even suggest that he would, if he was Jenner, he would do like a bodily harm to us. I thought that was tacky too. Like, why would you do that? Why would you say that? Go on, you know, live and say that you wish you could hurt us. I mean, that's tacky.
Yeah. So do you think that, you know, it came out last night about you guys being friends, that you and Candiace were friends. Do you think that she should have told the group that? Should she have told Monique, like, by the way, like, I'm kicking it with Sheree, I'm sorry. I'm kicking it with Charisse. I know. Do you think she should have come out and said that?
I mean, I have mixed feelings about that. I mean, Candiace was probably like me. I didn't know that Monique and I had some sort of beef. I didn't know. The last time I saw her was at Ashley's baby shower. We sat at the same table. We were very cordial. So the last couple times I saw her, we were very cordial. And all the ladies were around and observed this cordial thing between me and Monique. Suddenly, Cherie shows up to filming. Now, suddenly, there's a problem. There wasn't a problem before I showed up. There wouldn't be a problem had I never showed up. And I think she thought that I was coming on there to talk about her personal life, which I have no interest in whatsoever.
Right. And Candiace said she didn't know that there was so much beef between you guys. So is that true?
I didn't know either.
You didn't know.
See, that's what's weird.
Just like she says, I'm talking about her. Like, to who? Like, because, you know, the thing is with the cast, her best friend started a rumor. Okay? I had nothing to do with the rumor. The best friend told everybody from production to corporate to the cast. So who did I tell? And she knows that her friend was doing this. But what she thought was that I was going to come on the show and use that as an end. I don't need to do that. But see, she was misinformed because, I mean, if you have to look at the history of the show, she should have known. She thought that her and Giselle had become friends. Okay? Giselle has never liked Monique. So now you're forced to be friends with someone that you really still don't care for. And Giselle used an opportunity because Monique started saying, I'm talking about her. So she used that opportunity to jump in and throw out what she wanted to throw out. And that's what happened.
So just to set the record straight, you're saying you did not start any rumors about Monique and this trainer?
No. Monique is clear on that too. She's been on her live saying that initially her best friend of 20 years was the one that started the rumor, but I facilitated it.
What do you think she means by that?
I don't speak her language, so I have no idea.
So you had nothing to do with this rumor, you haven't spread it, you haven't told anybody, and you have no idea where it came from?
No one really cares, actually. Like, outside of the show, the friends that I hang out with, nobody cares. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about Monique. We're not interested in Monique. People that she and I have in common, if I see them, there's no conversation about Monique, so I don't know where all this is coming from.
Because Giselle had some pretty fighting words on last night's episode. Obviously, that was filmed about a year ago, and you said, you know, sometimes the confessionals kind of make their way in how they do. So are you upset with Giselle then for basically saying that this is your fault?
Well, you gotta know what we know Giselle, okay? I look at it as Giselle being Giselle. She took advantage of an opportunity to say what she wanted to say. And unfortunately, I was the scapegoat, but you will never see those words of any kind of me talking about Monique, ever. Because it just didn't happen.
Got it.
All right, you guys, y'all get down in my comments. Let me know what you thought about what each of the ladies had to say, from Monique to Ashley to Sharice. Let me know what you believe, who you believe, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out later.